This is Vader Reviews. We are honored that you would join us. It's no secret that 2023 was kind of a dud year for movies. But what does 2024 have to offer in the cinema, you may ask? Well, not much, unfortunately. But this is YouTube after all, so that's not going to stop me from making a video about my top 6 films I'm looking forward to in 2024. Kicking things off with the release date of March 1st, we have the further adventures of Moa Dweeb and Earthworm Jim in Dune Part 2. Now, I don't like sand. It's coarse, rough, irritating, and it gets everywhere. Writer-director Denis Villeneuve promised to spice things up with a little more action this time around, so who knows, maybe I'll like it. Next on the list, the legendary Lizard and his hairy sidekick get into some monkey business and stomp back into theaters April 12th in Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire. Now you'd think with Empire in the title I'd be more excited, but between Kong's Nintendo Power Glove he's wearing and the bobble-headed baby Kong, this just looks kinda goofy to me. Particularly after seeing Godzilla -1. But hey, it's something to review when I need those views, baby. So here's hoping this film is more fun than a barrel of monkeys. Next on the list is a film I will watch with great interest. Rebel Moon, Part 2, The Scargiver, coming to Netflix on April 19th. According to writer-director Zack Snyder, Part 2 is an all-out war film where we will learn the tragic past of our heroes that Korra gathers in Part 1, why they hate the Imperium, and why they are willing to lay down their lives fighting Admiral Noble and his forces. Now, I've already reviewed Rebel Moon Part 1 here on the channel, but if you'd like to hear a more in-depth conversation on the film, be sure to check out the Green Jet Ski podcast where I talk Rebel Moon with my good friend Noah Dingley and his lovely co-host Callie Logan. They were kind enough to invite me on their show. A link to the podcast is in the comments, so be sure to check it out. We had a great conversation, and they're really good people. Anyway, are you tired of post-apocalyptic movies? Well, too bad, buddy, but at least this one has a decidedly hairy twist. Things are about to get bananas on May 24th with the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. People have been going ape over this franchise since the 1960s. And you can bet audiences will be there, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed the moment this hits theaters. The plot follows a young chimp named Noah, who goes on a journey with a young girl named May to try and stop an evil monkey dictator named Proximus from enslaving ape clans and humans alike. If you ask me, the villain should have been an evil orangutan king named Louis, but I guess Proximus will do. I was looking at the cast, and I'll confess, other than William H. Macy, I don't recognize any of these guys. But they'll all be CG monkeys anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. From monkey melodrama to Middle-earth, on December 13th, my most anticipated film of the year hits theaters. The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. Directed by Kenji Kamiyama. Released by New Line Cinema and produced by Philippa Boyens, who worked on Peter Jackson's iconic Lord of the Rings trilogy. The film will tell the tale of Helm Hammerhand, an ancient king of Rohan who built Helm's Deep. Although it will be animated, it will tie into Peter Jackson's trilogy as a prequel, with Miranda Otto returning as the voice of Eowyn to narrate the story. Behind the scenes, Richard Taylor of Weta Workshop, as well as renowned Tolkien artists John Howe and Alan Lee, are also returning as part of the production design team. I can only hope Howard Shore will return to score this film, or at the very least, they'll use his iconic themes, because his music is the heart and soul of Middle-earth on film. And it looks like I'll have a blue Christmas this year, because Sonic the Hedgehog 3 races into theaters December 20th. I grew up playing the classic Sonic the Hedgehog games on the Sega Genesis, and though I'm more machine now than man, this franchise still has a very special place in my old cyborg heart. I enjoyed the first 2 Sonic films, and as a fan of Sonic Adventure 2 on the GameCube, I'm excited to see Shadow the Hedgehog on the big screen. I'm curious to see who they'll cast, but Keanu Reeves has a nice ring to it, don't you think? And there better be some Crush 40 on the soundtrack to get the audience all revved up. But that's my list. What movies are you looking forward to? And be sure to tune in this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time for our laid-back midweek live stream, where I talk to you out of character about movies, TV shows, or video games as I draw. This has been Vader Reviews, and always remember, you don't know the power of the dark side.